Hello! For the first time viewers, I'm the Butcher, real name Greg Dumont, and I run killerreviews.com with some friends of mine. And today I'm reviewing the Reef. This is a shark movie. The Reef. And I had heard about this movie maybe like 6 months ago. I got like a little screenshot here and there I'd see on websites and heard about it, and there was no showings, and I'm not even sure if it got a theatrical release in the United States, but if it did, it wasn't showing anywhere near me. So I kind of forgot about it. Our head writer Greg Roberts reviewed it when it first came out. You probably saw it at Film Festival, and he gave it a 3.5, 3 out of 5, and he said better than Open Water. And Open Water is one of my favorite shark movies of all time. And I probably like it more than most people do. And I was like, mental check in my head, like, oh, okay, so my head writer, Greg Roberts, likes it, cool. And then, whatever, fast forward 4 or 5 months, and this little puppy comes in the mail from Image Entertainment, who supports killerreviews.com and always sends us releases. So I had the house myself. This came in literally, like, it came in on like a Thursday. Friday night, I was by myself in my movie room, 65-inch TV, right? And I'm just doing shots of whiskey, yeah, by myself. And I put this movie in, and it was awesome. It was everything I wanted it to be. These guys, I'd say like maybe three. Looks like 3 guys and 2 girls. You can see it right here. Right there, I guess. They go out in their little boat, and they go to this island, hang out, make out, whatever, and then they leave the island, and then I guess they hit like coral or some kind of rock underneath the water, and it totally fucks up their boat. It capsizes the boat, and then there's like a whole scene of them trying to get up from the water, from the crash and stuff. But then they'll wind up on top of the boat, and they're talking about what they're going to do. And the main guy decides, like, hey, I think we should go back to the island we were just at. He thinks it's about 12 miles, and he figures by the sun and his watch that he can, he knows which direction to go. So there's a debate if they should go to the island or not, because one of the guys wants to stay on the boat. And I think I'll leave it at that. So at least a few of them, if not all of them, I won't tell you that. But they decide to swim back to the island that they were on hanging out, maybe 2 hours ago, maybe, whatever. So the majority of the movie, an hour of the movie, probably takes place in the water, swimming from the capsized boat back to the island that they're trying to get to. And they're stalked by a shark. I'm guessing it's one shark that they're stalked by. But here's what I liked about the movie. It's this director, an Australian dude, Andrew Tracky, who I'm really hoping to interview on the Killer Reviews podcast. In the month of August 2011 at killerreviews.com, we're doing Shark Month. So fuck Shark Week, we're doing Shark Month at killerreviews.com. And I'm going to try to interview a lot of these writers and directors of shark movies for the Killer Reviews podcast, and we're going to have articles around, shark movies. We're going to probably review all the Jaws movies in the podcast, which we haven't done before. We're going to try to interview some sharks, if we can find some. So, anyway, so this movie succeeds so well is the director does a great job of keeping things real. And my only complaint is that nobody carries, like, there's no life jackets on the boat, which is a little weird. But there's no like life raft, so there's like no safety things. I mean, I get it, because if there were safety things, then the movie really wouldn't work. But so I get that. So with that exception, everything is pretty much kept in check with what you would do. Like, everything makes sense. You know, there's a good reason why they want to stay with the boat. There's a good reason why they want to go back to the island. It makes sense. So the more believable the characters are, the more believable the situation is. And the way that the camera is shot too, there's a lot of water level shots, you know, like, you know, it's not too much motion that makes you sick, but it's enough where you feel like you're in the water, you know, whatever, 50 feet away, looking at the situation. So the camera work is really exceptional in this movie too. And they use real sharks too, and they do a great job of making you feel like that the shark is really interacting with these people, you know, which I imagine is the biggest challenge when making a movie like this. But you really felt like the shark was right there and stalking them and eating them. And it's cool because it's very realistic, you know. It's not like Jaws, where I love Jaws, but like later on, the shark almost has like a personality and knows who people are and stalks them. Like, I feel like if Brody's wife moved across the world, Jaws would, like, it's like a cat who can always find its way home. You know, like Jaws would find Brody's wife, no matter where she is. And this movie's not like that. The shark feels it just feels very normal, like what I would think a shark would act like. And good ending. It's a true story, so I'm curious to know how much of it is actually based on a true story. But good ending, good tension too. Really good tension in this. You know, the whole, like that old saying, roller coaster ride. That's exactly what it's like. You know, it's. Dad, Mom. My son just woke up. Mom is over there in the kitchen, honey. So, you know, you're like, you get like, okay, you get relaxed. Like, okay, so they're gonna be okay. And then something big happens, and you go, oh my God, they're not. And they go, okay, they are. Like, it's you know, it constantly keeps you guessing and bouncing around your emotions, which is really good too. Dad, what are you doing? I'm making a video, sweetie, about the Reef, the shark movie. So for special features, very, very disappointed there's no commentary track on this one. Really bummed out there's no commentary track. But there's an extensive making of featurette. It's at least a half hour long. I didn't finish it. I wanted to just get a glimpse of it, but I watched it for at least a half hour, so I'm guessing maybe it's an hour long. But they show all the cast. They show filming the movie, working with the sharks, interviewing all the cast members about how they got the roles. So that was really interesting, because immediately I wanted to see them filming with the sharks, and that's exactly what they show you. There's this great scene where this guy's like he has like a homemade shark cam, and he has a long pole with a camera somehow attached to the bottom of the pole, and he's on the side of the boat, and he puts the camera in the water, you know, and they throw out like meat for the shark and stuff, but he has the camera in the water, and he's turning the pole to get, because he doesn't obviously want to put a person in there unless they're in a cage, but the cage is kind of a pain in the ass. But what the shark does, the shark works its way around the boat and bites the camera. And there's a shot of the camera inside the shark's mouth for a quick second. But it's really interesting. All the behind the scenes on this is really good. Just no commentary track, which really bummed me out. But that's The Reef. It came out July of 2011. It gives a solid 3.5 out of 5. Really good shark movies. Check it out. And head over to killerreviews.com for our awesome movie database of about 8,000 movies. We have tons of interviews, a really, really awesome message board with at least 1,000 people there every day talking about horror movies, everything from horror movies to music to video games. And also check out the Killer Reviews podcast, available on iTunes, Stitcher, Zoom Marketplace, Podcast Alley, everywhere online. All right, so thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye.